Hi, buddy. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. No, you're gonna be shy. You love the camera. Ow. Hi, guys. What's up? Welcome back to my channel. And there's Landon. He wants to be in the video right now. Yeah. Can you blow kisses? Are you gonna go give kisses? So I am going to be making a video about my breastfeeding experience with both my boys. He is 21 months and then my other one is 8 months, so he's actually in the playroom playing right now. And so was this little guy, but I guess he decided he wanted to be in this video. Yeah. So I'm gonna start off with Landon. So I only got to breastfeed Landon for about a week. And I'll quickly kind of tell you guys, since it was so short, I'm just gonna add his little breastfeeding, like, you know, when, I don't know, you know, it was only a week, so whatever. So Landon is gonna be like running around, probably in and out or something, so just, yeah, excuse that. But in my shirt, it is bugging the crap out of me. So when I had Landon in the hospital, the lactation consultant came in there. There's always one lactation consultant that comes in, at least at my hospital. They come in at least once to your room after you have the baby. So she did that. So she was telling me that he was latching fine, like it was good, it was whatever. And it really didn't hurt that bad in the hospital, like, you know. And so once I got home with him, I tried to obviously continue breastfeeding him, and it was just getting really painful. So I was just like, I don't know, like, it wasn't like I was set on breastfeeding, but I wanted to do it, you know. But I mean, it was still like hard for me to stop breastfeeding him, but I'll get to that in a minute. So I forgot to add that while I was in the hospital, the lactation consultant told me that everything was fine, but as like I stayed in the hospital 3 days, 2 nights. So when it started getting close to the time that I was gonna be discharged, I was having troubles, and the nurse gave me a nipple shield. So I'd been using that, and it seemed to be fine, you know, like it was whatever. And I continued using that once I got home. So, you know, I think maybe a couple days went by since I'd been home, and it was just, I don't know, like even with the nipple shield, it was hurting really bad. It was getting all like cracked and hard and red. And I was like, I don't know, you know, I was trying to use like the Lancino like nipple cream, but that wasn't really helping either. So after that, the final straw for me was just one day I was going to feed him, and I had went to like take my bra off, and it like, I don't know, the skin, like my nipple was so like, it was like sticky, and because it was like a sore basically, you know, like it was scabby, sticky, like hard. And so when I had taken my bra off, it basically kind of stuck to my bra, and when I took my bra off, like it came like it ripped, I don't think it ripped off, but like parts of the skin had come off, or part of the nipple like scab had ripped off, and it started bleeding, and it was just horrible. And I was like, alright, like I can't do this anymore, because I knew I was gonna have to continue to feed him, you know. But I just you don't need my perfume. Going in my stuff right here and getting perfumes and lotions and chapsticks out. But and we had a ton of formula like sample cans that I got in the mail or whatever, so I started using Similac, and then I used Enfamil, and so then yeah, he was on formula for the rest of his life, well, until he was 1, or actually it was like 11 months, and then ever since then he's been on milk and juice and water and all that type of stuff. So that was my little experience with Landon. So it was like super nothing. That's all I can really say about that experience. So now to Gabriel. He is 8 months, and I still nurse him. So I'm very proud of myself for making it this far. I didn't think that I would. I was a little bit more determined this time to breastfeed, and my first goal was to get past a week, and I did, and then my second goal was 6 months, and now it's a year. So I'm really happy that I've made it this far. So when Gabriel was born, I wasn't working, obviously, or going to school or anything like that. So I had him in May, and to be honest, the first 3 weeks were pretty rough still. I mean, they were as bad as I remember with Landon. And you know, I bought some, what is it called? It was just like this like nipple butter, like nipple balm, whatever. It was like this organic one that people had recommended to me. So I went to the store and bought it. It was like $9. And I used that, and I'm not sure if it worked or not, but I feel like it kind of did, because yeah, but I mean, it was the same issue. My nipples are flat, so they don't poke out as much as they should for a baby to be able to latch on correctly. So latching was really the issue, and which was causing a lot of the pain, and plus my nipples weren't used to it, obviously. Like, if you're a new mom or new to breastfeeding, it's gonna be sore for that reason itself, that you've never had a baby stuck on your nipples, you know, lots of times throughout the day. So that's what added pain to the incorrect latch. So I went to the store and got some nipple shields just to use those again. A lot more successful this time around. He was latching really good with the nipple shield, and it was kind of painful, but not so bad. And like, you know, he was using the nipple shield for about 4 months, and then one day I was like, I didn't have it or something, and I was like, okay, let's try and latch him without it. And he latched without it, so ever since then I haven't used a nipple shield. So that has been awesome, because it is so annoying to have to carry those around, wash them, and you know, always, you know, I don't have to worry about it. Oh my gosh, did I pack one? And I mean, so yeah, now here we are, 8 months, and I'm really happy. I did try and pump before school started, in August, like my last semester, and I had the Medela pump for a little bit, but I didn't really like it for some reason. I just didn't really care for it, so I got the Even Flow one, and I really, really like it. So I do pump for him so he can have that while I'm at school. Normally it's only 1 to 2 bottles when I'm at school, because just the way his schedule works, he doesn't ever need like more than 2 bottles a day. So he does get bottles when I'm at school, but he's never had formula. So, but when I'm home, I obviously just nurse him. It's the easiest, it's the most convenient. Like, it's just, I don't know. And I mean, he has done really well, especially now this far. And I guess that's all I really have to say. But yeah, Gabriel has been breastfeeding and done really well. I give him about 5 ounces in a bottle. Other than that, I just let him nurse until he's done. He does eat around every 3 hours, which is good, because for the first couple months it was really hard, because he was kind of just, I mean, he still kind of nurses on demand, but he was just doing that because I wasn't in school. I didn't have to pump or anything, so I had to try and get him a little bit on a schedule just so that it was easy for my parents when they watched him. And just some quick little tips / motivational whatever for you moms who are going to breastfeed, want to breastfeed, whatever. Don't be afraid to ask for help, because I feel like a lot of moms are afraid to ask the nurses or the lactation consultant, or reach out even after they're at the hospital. And I know plenty of moms who were going to give up and then made an appointment with a lactation consultant and changed their life, and they were able to nurse, which was what they really wanted to do. So don't be afraid to ask for help from anyone, even if it's just a family member who has breastfed. You know, it could really help you to continue your journey of breastfeeding. I think I said this in another video, but I highly suggest you at least try to breastfeed. I know plenty of moms who, and I'm not bashing, you know, I've formula fed my other one, so it's not like I'm against formula, but I know plenty of moms who don't really consider breastfeeding, and they just automatically now I want to do formula, you know, straight from when they're born. And it is so crucial that your baby gets at least, you know, the what's it called? It's important that your baby at least gets the colostrum that is produced in the first couple days of pregnancy, the first couple days of your baby's birth. So, you know, at least try while you're in the hospital. And if you feel like me, like with my first, that it was just hard, painful, didn't think you could do it, then yeah, I mean, go to formula. It's, I mean, I'm one of those. As long as they're fed, you know, that's what matters. But I would highly suggest you at least try breastfeeding. That is my only thing I'll say about that. A lot of moms. Really? Bring it to mommy. But a lot of moms aren't familiar or knowledge taught, I don't know, about nipple shields. And they think that the baby can't latch on their actual nipple, that it's the end of the world. What do you want, baby? Okay. He just brought me a house and left it. But nipple shields are also one of those things that could be a lifesaver for you if you're struggling with latching or nursing your baby. Like I said, I used it for about 4 months with Gabriel. And sometimes it can be a hassle, you know, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So another thing I will say is something that I overcame, that maybe if any of you moms are, this is something that has occurred to you, is nursing your baby in public. You know, I was one of those moms that was like, at first, before I even had kids, I was like, I'm never gonna nurse in public. Like, that's gross. I don't know, that was just my mindset then. This is before I even had kids. And then after I had Gabriel and I was nursing him, you know, it occurred to me again, like, oh, I'm gonna have to nurse him at some point, at least once in my life. With nursing him, I'm gonna have to do it in public because we're gonna be out sometime and he's gonna want to eat, you know. So if you're worried about that, one, I will say, go ahead and buy Landon is just bringing toys all up in here. Oh my gosh, I was just talking and I wasn't even recording. But yeah, go ahead and buy yourself a nursing scarf, a nursing shawl, a shirt, just a cover. I had bought a nursing shawl. It's just black shawl that I bought at Target. It was like $19, but you can find any type of thing, any price range, you know. So, and that'll save you a lot of the anxiety of nursing in public. I know it did for me for a little bit, but now that I am more experienced, it's gotten to the point where I really don't even use it. So I'm sure you'll get over it too, just like I did, because I was one of those moms that was like, oh, I don't know if I can feed him in front of people, like, and every now and then there's gonna be people that are gonna look, there's gonna be people that are gonna have their opinions, and there's gonna be people that feel uncomfortable, whatever. You know, I just feel like as long as you're just feeding your baby strictly and you're trying to, you know, just do it, you know, and not just trying to, because you know what, I don't like whip it out and show everything and feed him back. I mean, I am a little bit, like, I do try and cover what I can up and be at least in a spot where I'm not like out in the open. I'm kind of like maybe in a corner, maybe just like out of the way, you know. So, you know, those are some things that I feel like maybe can help you. Hopefully they help me. Something else that I really struggled with, that maybe y'all might be struggling with or will struggle with, is how much to pump, knowing how much to pump. And you'll eventually figure it out, you know. Some babies like to eat more and you'll be able to tell. For me, when I started pumping, I gave him 4 ounces and he was content with it. But once he got to be about 5-6 months, I was noticing that he was not completely satisfied with 4 ounces. So he's been on 5 ounces now for a couple months. So, and he's content with that. And something you got to keep in mind is that you really don't need to go too much up in your ounces with breast milk, because as your baby gets older, your milk increases in fats and all that type of stuff, nutrients in your milk. So unlike formula, where you have to up your ounces when they get older, just because it's formula and, you know, it doesn't automatically change to how, like, to fit your baby's needs, you know what I'm saying? But that's all I can really think of. If you do have any breastfeeding questions, I will if there's enough, I will do a Q&A or something, just for anything that I didn't really cover or acknowledge in this video. But to end this video, I'll just leave it off by saying, breastfeeding is an amazing thing. It creates such an amazing bond. You know, I have a close bond with Landon too, of course. But, you know, even at a young age, you can tell that the baby is just, you know, like, it's a special moment, and I really cherish nursing him, and I get a little emotional when I think about ending our nursing journey. So anyways, I'll just end the video with that. So definitely, again, just try it out, you know. Yeah. But thanks for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up. Again, if you have any questions, if it's breastfeeding or other stuff, go ahead and leave them down below, or just shoot me like a tweet message, a Twitter message, a Snapchat message, Instagram message, and also go ahead and follow me on my social media. The best way to contact me is probably through Snapchat. Second best would probably be probably Twitter. But I am on all of them anyways, so I will see it at some point. But yeah, and give me some video suggestions. I do have a couple of videos in mind still that I am going to be doing soon. I don't know when. Now that school started, my schedule's kind of changed a bit, but I will definitely try and make the videos that I do have in mind already sometime soon for you guys. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one.